Have you ever had a moment when you did something super embarrassing? Something so embarrassing, whenever you remember that moment in your life, you take a moment to take a mental deep breath and go, maybe you called someone something you shouldn't have, or maybe you had a misinformed opinion on something that you expressed before knowing about it. Maybe you were the reason your team lost the game. Perhaps you slapped your friend in the face with a handful of yogurt, earning you another detention. I don't know. What if someone told you that that moment in your life is just that, a mere moment, an unsavory yet small stain on the timeline that is your life? For all the different people in this auditorium, with all the different choices you all make, I can safely say that high school is not something to take that seriously. I guess coming from like a master procrastinator like me, that statement doesn't really hold that much water, but you should trust me when I say that mistakes you make now are the seeds for better choices to grow in the future. Let me tell you an instance of one of my worst mistakes that I did move forward from, and it's one of the most embarrassing moments in my life ever. Rewind the clock to 2 years ago. It's the summer before junior year, and I'm at my first ever sleepaway camp for practicing debate. Pretty sweet, right? Right. So I'm at camp, and I love it. My roommates are hilarious, the class is engaging, I develop feelings for a classmate in my class, we go to a theme park. Hold on. Wait, what? Probably is what you just thought. So let me address that. It's the first day of camp, and we're having an introductory class. We meet our instructor, we get a rundown of what we'll be going over for these 2 weeks, and we introduce ourselves to the class one by one. As the class went on, I remember making some asinine joke, as you all know me for, when I heard someone behind me laugh. I turned around, and the one who reacted was, a girl. That was when something started to brew. I couldn't pinpoint exactly what I felt first, but I knew it was something different from how I felt about everyone else in that class. As she and I grew to know each other, I'd say we hit it off. You know, she was easy to talk to, she was goofy, she got my sense of humor, somehow. However, I found out that she was already in a relationship about 2 days into camp. And Merriam-Webster describes what I did next as indubitably short-sighted. AKA mega dumb. I should have at that point abandoned my crush on her after knowing that, but I didn't. Maybe it was because I was a young teenager who didn't know any better, or maybe I did know better, but I wanted to forget the potential consequences and live in my own fantasy. Though my brain told me that we'd never be together, my heart wouldn't listen, because it was too busy pumping blood through my aorta. The whole situation went south when about 3 days before camp ended, I decided to confess my feelings to her, and things got super awkward afterward, to the point that in the last 2 days of camp, she avoided me completely. Once I was getting something from the vending machine, and she happened to be there too, and when she saw me, she actually sprinted away like she was Robert D. Donato at football. I'm sure you've all had an ugly altercation with someone you were close to. Maybe it's a significant other, or a coworker, or boss, or a good friend. And in some of those cases, the result was the end of a relationship. It felt like time slowed down to a halt after camp ended, along with that friendship. I should have never told her. I wish I wasn't such a fool. Why did I do everything wrong? Those thoughts swam in my head for a while, and it hurt every damn day. But even through that dark time, I found things to look forward to, like making music with friends, creating art, and reciting the baby lyrics with Jason Wang in calculus. Bouncing back took a while. I wish I had another story that wrapped up my recovery in a nice little tale, but in reality, it was just time and comparing what I did then to what I do now that made me feel better. From what I learned, I learned that these feelings pass. I won't feel so terrible despite the poo-poo pee-pee time it all was. Despite it all, I don't want to forget about that moment. Now that I feel that sharp, now I don't feel that sharp pang in my stomach when I think about it. Justin, oh yeah, that happened kind of feeling. Guys, today will be just a moment. High school will be just a moment. Hell, college will be just a moment. I share this ridiculously stupid moment with you just to open up and be real with y'all. I'll probably regret sharing this for right now, but perhaps half of you are already asleep, or, but I don't know. I'll be the butt of the joke so that you'll remember it's okay to, go through these kind of things. I know I'll cherish the fond memories I made, and I'll awkwardly laugh like, at the bad ones. Thank you.